You just got a medical bill in the mail, maybe $500, maybe $5,000, and your first thought is, this is going to destroy my credit. But here is what I found out after researching this for weeks. Most medical debt in America right now never even touches your credit score, and the debt that does disappears faster than you think, but not in the way most people expect. Okay, so let me tell you what I discovered. Right now, 100 million Americans are dealing with medical debt. That is not a small number. And here is the shocking part I found in my research. 58% of all debt in collections is medical debt. More than credit cards, more than car loans, more than student loans. Medical debt is the #1 collection item in America. But here is what blew my mind when I dug deeper. Most of it never even hits your credit score because the rules changed and almost nobody knows the new rules yet. In this video, I am going to walk you through every single level of medical debt, from the person who just got their first surprise bill all the way to the person drowning in $10,000 of hospital debt. At every level, you will see exactly what happens to your credit, what you can legally do, and how the debt actually disappears. But before level 1, I need to tell you something that hospitals are actively hiding from you. There is a program that 60% of hospitals in America are legally required to offer. It can wipe your entire medical bill to zero for free, but hospitals hide it because collections make them more money. I am going to show you exactly how to access it at the end of this video, so stay with me. Level 1 starts right now. You just got a bill for $480. No insurance, no savings, just a number staring at you. And you panic. You think, this is going to wreck my credit score. But here's what I learned in my research that most people never find out. Medical debt under $500 cannot appear on your credit report. At all. Ever. The credit bureaus removed it completely in 2023. That $480 bill, invisible to every lender in America. Your credit score does not even know it exists. Now here's something even more alarming that I found. 43% of medical bills contain errors. Nearly half of what you owe may not even be real. Wrong procedure codes, duplicate charges, services never performed. So before you pay anything, you request an itemized bill. Not the summary, the full itemized bill, line by line, every single charge. Then you request a coding review. This is a free process where the hospital reviews every billing code, and errors, which show up in nearly half of all bills, get removed. Most people just pay the number they see. They never question it. Now here is what you actually do at level 1. First, check the amount. If it is under $500, relax, it cannot touch your score. Second, request your itemized bill immediately. Do not pay anything until you see every line item. Third, request a coding review. Free, simple, removes errors that should never have been charged. Now the mindset shift at level 1. You stop panicking the moment a medical bill arrives. You start treating it like a negotiation, not a sentence. Because in my research, I found that the first number on a medical bill is almost never the real number. The cost of panicking and paying immediately, you overpay on a bill that may not even affect your credit. The benefit of knowing these rules, you save money and protect your score at the same time. You think small bills are the only ones that disappear? They are not. At level 2, I found something in my research that shocked me. Even large medical debts have a secret grace period that most people never use. You are at level 2. Your bill is over $500, and now a collections letter arrives. You feel the fear, but here is what I discovered that almost nobody talks about. Medical debt has a mandatory 365-day grace period before it can appear on your credit report. 1 full year, even after it goes to collections. The collector cannot report it for 12 months from the date of the original delinquency. That gives you an entire year to negotiate, dispute, or pay before your score takes any hit at all. Now here is something from my research that made me angry on your behalf. Debt collectors violate medical debt rules 40% more often than other debt categories. They threaten, they misrepresent amounts, they call at wrong hours, and most people just take it. But here's what the law actually says. Collectors cannot threaten arrest for medical debt. They cannot call more than 7 times in 7 days. They cannot report debt that is under dispute. And if you send them one written letter asking them to stop contact, they must stop. One letter. That is it. And if they violate any of these rules, you can sue them for $1,000 in statutory damages plus attorney fees. Now here is what you actually do at level 2. First, do not ignore the bill. Use the full 365-day window strategically. Call the hospital billing department within the first 30 days. This is before the debt even moves to collections most of the time. Second, send a debt validation letter to any collector immediately. They must prove the debt is real, the amount is correct, and they have the right to collect. Many collectors cannot do this, especially on old or transferred medical debts. If they cannot validate, they must remove it. Third, document everything. Every call, every letter, every date. If they violate your rights, that documentation becomes your case. Now the mindset shift at level 2. You stop being afraid of collectors. In my research, I found that most people give collectors all the power, but the law gives most of the power to you. The cost of not knowing the grace period is paying full price under pressure in the first 30 days. The benefit of knowing it, you have an entire year to make this debt disappear on your terms. You think negotiating medical bills is complicated and uncomfortable. In my experience researching this, it is actually the easiest money most people will ever save. Here is why at level 3. You are at level 3. Your bill is real, the amount is correct, and you need to deal with it. But here is what I found in my research that surprised me most. 92% of people who negotiate medical bills succeed. 92%. And the average reduction is 30 to 70% off the original bill. But almost nobody negotiates because they do not know they can. Here is something from my research that will change how you look at every medical bill forever. The price on your bill is called the charge master price. It is the sticker price, the maximum the hospital charges. It is often 10 times what Medicare pays for the exact same service, and it is completely negotiable. When I dug into this, I found that hospitals actually prefer negotiating to sending accounts to collections. Collections cost them money, cash in hand saves them money, so they have every reason to say yes. Now here is the move most people miss. Ask for the cash price before you negotiate anything else. The cash price, what an uninsured patient pays up front, is often 40 to 60% lower than the insured chargemaster price. Just asking that one question can cut your bill in half. Now here's what you actually do at level 3. First, call the billing department directly, not collections, the hospital billing department. Ask for the cash price. Ask if they have a financial assistance program. Ask what the lowest settlement amount is. 3 questions, that is the entire script. Second, offer a lump sum payment. Hospitals love lump sums because they close the account immediately. Offer 50 to 60% of the bill as a one-time payment. In my research, I found that most hospitals accept this, especially if the account has been sitting for 60 days or more. Third, get everything in writing before you pay a single dollar. Whatever they agree to, ask for it in writing first, then pay. Now the mindset shift at level 3. You stop seeing the bill as a fixed number. You start seeing it as an opening offer in a negotiation you are likely to win. The cost of not negotiating is paying full charge master price, sometimes 10 times what the service is actually worth. The benefit of one phone call, cutting your bill by half or more in under 30 minutes. You think negotiation is the best tool for making medical debt disappear? It is not the best one. At level 4, I found a legal program that makes the entire bill vanish, and 60% of hospitals are required by law to offer it. You are at level 4. Your bill is large, maybe $8,000, maybe more. Negotiation helped, but the number is still too big. And here is where most people give up. But in my research, this is where I found the most powerful tool of all. Charity care. 60% of hospitals in America are nonprofit organizations. And as a condition of their nonprofit status, they are legally required to offer free or heavily discounted care to patients who qualify. But here is what made me furious when I found this out. Hospitals almost never tell patients this program exists because collections departments bring in more revenue than charity care write-offs. So they send your bill to collections, hoping you pay, while knowing they could have wiped it entirely. Now here is something from my research that will shock you even more. You do not always have to apply. If you receive SNAP benefits, Medicaid, Social Security income, or if you're experiencing homelessness, many hospitals have what is called presumptive eligibility. They must automatically approve you for charity care without a formal application. No paperwork, no interview, automatic. And in 26 states, all hospitals, not just nonprofits, are required to offer financial assistance programs. Now here is what you actually do at level 4. First, call the hospital and ask specifically for the financial assistance or charity care department. Not billing, not collections, financial assistance. Ask them what their income threshold is for free care. For most nonprofit hospitals, it is up to 400% of the federal poverty level. That is up to $58,000 per year for a single person, up to $120,000 for a family of 4. More people qualify than you would ever expect. Second, if you receive any government benefits, tell them immediately. Ask if you qualify for presumptive eligibility. This can wipe the bill without a single form. Third, if you are in a state with mandatory financial assistance laws, look up your state rules. 26 states and Washington, D.C. require all hospitals to offer this. Now the mindset shift at level 4. You stop assuming you do not qualify. In my research, I found that 50% of eligible patients never apply because they assume they make too much. Most of them were wrong. The cost of not asking is paying $10,000 you legally did not have to pay. The benefit of one phone call to the right department, your entire bill disappears. You think charity care is only for low-income people? It is not. But at level 5, there is a financial product being pushed at every hospital checkout that I need to warn you about because it turns a $500 bill into a $5,000 disaster. You are at level 5. Your credit is good. You feel financially responsible. And at the hospital checkout, they offer you a medical credit card, Care Credit, Alfianan, Synchrony Health, 0% interest for 12 months. Sounds perfect. But here's what I found in my research that financial analysts call the payday loan of healthcare. These cards use something called deferred interest, not regular interest. Deferred interest. Here is how it works. You get 12 months at 0%. But if you have even $1 remaining on the balance when the promotional period ends, the card charges you full interest retroactively, all the way back to day 1, at 26 to 36% APR, on the entire original amount, not just what is left. The entire original amount. So a $1,000 medical bill, paid down to $50, suddenly becomes a $1,300 bill overnight. In my research, I found that 40% of people who use medical credit cards end up paying more than the original bill because of this one trap. And the hospital gets paid immediately. So they have every incentive to push these cards at checkout when you are sick, stressed, and just want to go home. Now here's what you actually do at level 5. First, never sign up for a medical credit card at the hospital checkout. You are in the worst possible state to read fine print when you are sick. Second, if you already have one, set a calendar reminder 60 days before the promotional period ends. Pay the full remaining balance before that date, not the day before. 60 days before. Third, use a health savings account or flexible spending account instead. These are tax-free accounts specifically designed for medical expenses. Every dollar you put in reduces your taxable income. And every dollar you spend on medical bills comes out tax-free. That is an immediate 20 to 30% discount on every medical expense, legally. Now the mindset shift at level 5. You stop making financial decisions when you are at your most vulnerable. You learn the trap before you walk into the hospital. So when they slide the medical credit card application across the desk, you already know the answer. No. The cost of signing up for a deferred interest medical card without understanding it, you pay double. The benefit of knowing the trap before you walk in, you keep your money and your credit score intact. You think avoiding the medical credit card trap is the last thing you need to know. It is not. At level 6, I found something in my research about how medical debt disappears completely at every income level, and the middle class gets the worst deal of all. You are at level 6. Your income is solid. Your credit is strong. But a large medical bill just landed, and you do not qualify for charity care. So what happens now? Here is something from my research that shocked me. The poorest Americans and the richest Americans lose medical debt the fastest. The middle class, people earning between $50,000 and $100,000, suffer the longest because they earn too much for charity care, but not enough to absorb a $10,000 bill without damage. But here's what I found that changes everything at this level. Medical debt that has been paid vanishes from your credit report immediately. Not after 7 years like most people think. Immediately. The moment it is marked paid, it disappears from all 3 bureaus. This is a rule the credit bureaus implemented voluntarily in 2023, and almost nobody knows it. So the strategy at level 6 is not to avoid the debt. It is to pay it strategically and watch it disappear. Now here is something even more powerful I discovered in my research. If you have Medicaid, even if you just recently became eligible, Medicaid can cover medical bills retroactively for up to 90 days before your approval date. 90 days of past medical bills? Wiped. Even bills already in collections. This is called retroactive Medicaid coverage, and in my research, almost nobody applies for it. Now here's what you actually do at level 6. First, if you are anywhere near Medicaid eligibility, apply immediately and request retroactive coverage. Even if you think you do not qualify, let them make that determination. Second, if your medical debt is in collections and you have the means to pay, negotiate a pay-for-delete agreement. This means the collector agrees in writing to remove the collection entirely from your report in exchange for payment. Not just mark it paid, remove it completely. Third, use your HSA or FSA to pay any remaining balance, tax-free dollars on medical expenses, an immediate 20 to 30% savings on every dollar spent. Now the mindset shift at level 6. You stop seeing medical debt as permanent damage. You start seeing it as a temporary entry on your report, with a very specific and fast exit strategy. The cost of not knowing paid medical debt vanishes immediately. You carry unnecessary stress for years. The benefit of knowing? You pay strategically. It disappears immediately, and your score recovers faster than you thought possible. Now, before you go, let me quickly recap what we covered today. Medical debt under $500 is completely invisible to lenders. Almost half of all medical bills contain billing errors. Always request itemized. 92% of people who negotiate succeed, and most never try. Nonprofit hospitals are legally required to offer free care, but hide it because collections pay more. Medical credit cards use deferred interest traps that can double your original bill overnight. And paid medical debt disappears from your report immediately, not after 7 years. Now here's what I want you to understand. All of this, the negotiation, the charity care, the disappearing act, it only works as fast as your credit score allows. Because if your score is already damaged from past medical debt or other issues, every single strategy I showed you today takes longer to work and costs you more in the process. So if you have not watched my first video yet, I really think you should. In that video, I broke down every single credit score level from 520 all the way to 800 plus. I showed exactly what life looks like at each level, the exact moves to climb, and the one mistake almost every American makes that silently costs them thousands every single year. It is the foundation everything else builds on. Click my first video on your screen right now, build the foundation first. Then everything else, including everything you learned today, works so much faster. I will see you there.